Hello, my name is Sartaritya Kosasi, my student ID 002, and I will read an article about GRL expectation. GRL expectation, artificial intelligence is spreading beyond the technology sector with big consequences for companies, works, and consumers, says Alexandra Switchbatch. Lie detectors are not widely used in business, but Ping and a Chinese insurance company thinks it can spot dishonesty. The company lets customers apply for loans through its app. Prospective borrowers answer questions about their income and plans for repayment by video, which monitor around 50 tiny facial expressions to determine whether they are telling the truth. The program, enabled by artificial intelligence, helps pinpoint customers who require further security. I will change more than borrower's bank balance. Johnson and Johnson, a consumer goods firm, and Accenture, a consultant, use to sort through job application and pick the best candidates. I'll help cashiers, a casino and hotel group quiz customer likely spending and offer personalized promotions to draw them in. Bloomberg, a media and financial information firm, used to scan companies' earnings release and automatically generate news articles. Vodafone, a mobile operator, can predict problems with its network and with user devices before they arise. Companies in every industry use AI to monitor cybersecurity threats and other risks, such as disgruntled employees. Instead of relying on good instinct and rogue estimates, clever and superior powder predictions promise to make business much more efficient. At Leroy Merlin, a French home improvement retailer, manager used to order new stock and free days, but default to the same items as the week before so they could start the weekend sooner. The firm now uses algorithms take in past sales data and other information that could affect sales, such as weather forecasts, in order to stock shelves more effectively. That has helped it reduce its inventory by 8% even as sales have risen by 2%, says Manuel Devi of Fakia, the Al startup that engineered the program. Al and machine learning involve computers turning in vast quantities of data to find patterns and make predictions without being explicitly programmed to do so. So, large quantities of data, more sophisticated algorithms, and sheer computing power have given our greater force and capability. The outcomes are often similar to what an army of statisticians with unlimited time and research might have come up with, but they are achieved far more quickly, cheaply, and efficiently. One of its main effects will be a dramatic drop in the cost of making ingredients, says Ajay Agrawal of the University of Toronto and co-author of a new book, prediction machines. Just electricity made lighting much more affordable. A given level of lighting now costs around 4,000 times less than it did in 1,800. So I will make forecasting more affordable, reliable, and widely available. Computers have been able to read text and numbers for decades, but have only recently learned to see, hear, and speak. All is an omnibus terms for a salad bowl of different segments and disciplines, says Fay Fairley, director of Stanford Lab and executive at Google's called Computing Unit. Subsections of include robotics, which is changing factories and assembly lines, and computer vision used in application from identifying something or someone in photo to self-driving car technology. Computer vision is our killer app, says Microsoft Lee, because it can be used in so many settings. But has also become more adept at recognizing of speech. It underlies voice assistants on phones and home speakers and allows algorithms to listen to calls and take in speakers' tone and content. Tectonic shifts. Until now, the main beneficiary of all has been the technology sector. Most of today's leading firms, such as Google and Amazon in the West and Alibaba and Baidu in China, would not be as big and successful without our for product recommendation, target advertising, and forecasting demand. Amazon, for example, use widely for tasks such as guiding robots in its warehouse and optimizing packing and delivery, as well as detecting counterfeit goods and powering its speaker. Alexa, Alibaba, a China rival, also makes extensive use of all. For example, logistics and its online payments, little, and financial is experimenting with facial recognizing for approving transactions. Sundar Pichai, Google's boss, has said that will have a more profound impact than electricity or fire. Boss of non-tech companies in a broad range of industries are starting to worry that all could score off or even in China rate them and have been buying up promising young tech firms to ensure they do not fall behind. In 2017, worldwide spent around 21.8 on mergers and acquisitions related to all, according to PitchBook, a data provider, about 26 times more than in 2015. Scott Reich. They are doing this partly to secure talent which is thin on the ground. As spreads beyond the tech sector, it will fuel the rise of new firms that challenge incumbents. This is already happening in the car industry with autonomous vehicle startups and ride-hailing firms such as Uber. But it but it will also change the way other companies work, transforming the traditional functions as supply chain management, customer service, and recruitment. The path ahead is exhilarating but perilous. Around 85% of companies think I will offer a competitive advantage, but only 1 in 20 is extensively employing it today, uh, according to our Republic report by Mid-Sloan Management Review and the Boston Consulting Group. Large company and industry such as finance that generate of a lot data tend to be ahead and often build their own engine enhanced systems, but many firms will choose to work with the growing array of independent vendors, including cloud provides consultants startups. This is not just a corporate race but international one too, especially between America and China. China's firms have an early edge, not less because the government keeps a vast database of facts that can help train facial recognition algorithms, and privacy is less of a concern than in the West. There will be plenty of opportunities to stumble on difficult issues for companies. Will be timing. Roy Bahat of Bloomberg Beta, a venture capital firm, draws a parallel between now and the first dot-com boom of the late 109,019 and nine. Companies are failing to figure out what to spend money on. If they invest huge sums in early on, they run the risk of overcommitting in themselves or paying large amounts for worthless startups, as many did in the early days of the internet. But if they wait too long, they may leave themselves open to disruption from upstarts as well as from rivals that were quicker to harness technology. Some may have been misled by glowing media reports believing to be a magic wand that can be installed as easily as a pitch of Microsoft software, says Gautam Scarf of Tata Consultation Service, an Indian firm. All systems require drug preparation of data, intensive monitoring of algorithms, and a lot of concerns to be usable. Gurdev Singh of Microsoft speak of all systems as idiot savants. They can usually do jobs that humans find mind-boggling, such as detecting tiny flaws in manufactured goods or quickly categorize millions of photos of face, but have trouble with things that people find easy, such as basic reasoning. Back in 190 and 56, when academic research held their first gathering to discuss all, they were looking for a way to imbue may change with human-like general intelligence, including a complex reasoning, but that remains a distant aspiration that exists. But the excitement around has made it hard to separate hype from reality. In the last quarter of 2017, public companies across the world mentioned AI and machine learning in their earnings reports more than 700 times, 7 times often as in the same period in 2000, 2015. Checkered above. There are so many firms peddling our capabilities of unproven value that someone should start an fake news channel. Quips Tom Slaber, a Silicon Valley veteran. Buses must keep several time horizons in mind. In the near future, I will receive traditional business function as finance, hire, and customer service. According to Michael Choi at the McKinsey Global Institute, a think tank written a consultancy, but over time it will also disrupt whole industries. For example, by powering rise of autonomous vehicles or the discovery of entirely new drug combination where humans may have a preconceptions about which product the sex or drug combinations are likely to work best, algorithms are more likely to can.